Hey Bird, how are you? Been a while. Sorry for a little bit of feedback there. Left my phone on volume. So yeah, right, in for some building. Hopefully, get some stuff done. I kind of want to finish off this area now. Get this done in here. Which I think, to be honest, it's 90% there. We just got to finish up around the top here somehow. Look a little bit better. So yeah, hope you guys are all well and you can hear me okay. Everything's all right sound-wise. Apologies in the stream yesterday. There was a couple of issues. I don't know why it's not crackling or anything my end. So my apologies for that, guys. Hope you're all having a good day. Or had a good day. I watched the last episode of Ted Lasso today, and in tears by the end of it, unfortunately. I just like it. It's a good show. It's a good thing to watch. That's it though. Only 3 seasons apparently, not 4. Only 3. Bit of a shame. Right. So we are on 5 angle, I think. That's fine. Hold the line. Put these upright, hopefully. Right. That's that edged off. Figure out what I'm going to do here now. As in, how am I going to have it? So my thoughts were to do just like a roof coming out, and then I can just panel underneath and panel up there. And that kind of sorts that out. Hey Dan, hey Nexus. Sorry guys, I was busy building. Yeah, we'll do that. How do we want to do it though? Hope you're all having a good day, guys. Excuse me. Kind of works. You'll see what I'm doing in a minute. Autosave, guys. Sorry. Do with all these people out of here, actually. So let's just remove them. It's gonna make it easier. Just viewing everything, doing everything. Come on. Urgh. So yeah, we are getting there, guys. This is nearly done now. Just got to tidy it up and finish off the first bit, the backstage bit. Armada now is pretty much done. This area is pretty much done. So now you've got all that kind of forced perspective, looking as though it's kind of like vegged up, etc. But when you look at it from above, it looks quite bland. But when you're looking at it from the right angle, it works quite well. So just save some pieces really. And on the corkscrew there, so yeah. Hopefully they have gone. Yep. Good. Yeah, I'm the same. Back at work. It's yeah, getting up early. You guys are on half term though, ain't you? I think. In a minute. Have I got that right? Well, I'm not sure about Nexus, obviously. Here, guys, it's all trimmed up now. It's okay. And basically it will be like this. It's all woodworked. It's amazing how different it feels there. But those palm trees coming in now with the foliage, especially at night time with the purple, hint of purple coming in. Just works well. Get a little bit more up here, I think, a little bit more purple. I've got to do the eyes on the skull where they light up. Ah, sounds like you had a good time, Dan. Waiting for my first payslip to be able to be sociable. So how did we do this? We did this style kind of thing, like pillars and basically down, okay? Right, so we want a central one, so there for the mo. That will be our basis for how we'll do the framework. Wow, that was alright then. Weren't that busy then? Or was it busy? You know what I mean? you had a good time. That's the main thing. That's that all sorted. Dogs are going crazy, guys. My apologies. So we did big beans all the way through. This isn't going to work, is it? Basically, that one's not needed. Single rider. I've done saw single rider. I hate saw. I don't mind it as a coaster. It's just what it does to you. Your neck gets shorter by about 2 inches. It's horrible. Hate it. Yeah, it just forces my head down so much that I get a sore neck literally for about a week afterwards. Don't like it. In that respect. Yeah, true. Very, very bad. Yeah, the light won't turn off. Why won't the light turn off? Pause is working. Okay, so what am I going to do with this? Hey, Scarlet. It just lifts it, doesn't it? It just adds so much. That's actually quite a nice light, that. I like that a lot. Hello, hello. Why can't I select anything here? Thank you. Brilliant light. That been so good. So I'll figure out how I'm gonna joist all that up. Oof. Do we think if we had another pillar coming up? Look. Kind of blocks the view a bit too much, doesn't it? I'll just put some beams coming out the roof here to hold it up, and no one's ever going to see them, but it'll, at least if someone looks, there's something there, you know what I mean? So how did we do this bit? So 2 meter pieces, trimmed it off with this one. Hey Adrian, all good mate. On a day off today. 2 days and then a day off. But then I could be working for 7 days straight, so take it when you can get it. Where's that come from, Dan? Someone been talking about Spain? Sorry, have I missed it? Have I missed something, Dan? I'm all good, Adrian. Thank you. I hope you're well, my man. Just trying to figure out how to. Oh, Formula 1, yeah. Well, that's if it happens. Kind of sounds really odd for me, but kind of falling out of love with it a little bit, to be honest with you. It's just becoming an absolute circus. Just not enjoying it as much as I used to, really. I try and only watch it for the racing, but even that, you listen to the commentators and they're just I'm not going to say any expletives. So I'm thinking that will work quite well. come all the way down. Have it feed in like that. It's looking a bit better. Okay, so it's just a circus now. It's not. It's not even to do with Red Bull dominance or anything like that. I just find it boring to watch. There's no, you know who's going to win. You know who's going to come second, pretty much, unless Ferrari mess it up. But then, to be honest with you, it's going to be Aston, and then Mercedes. That's pretty much it. And I know I'm sounding, hey, Phantom, how are you, buddy? I know I sound a bit of an idiot, considering Mercedes won for so long, and so forth, but, and yes, they were extremely dominant, but, I don't know, it's just something about the aura of the sport. It's just not what it used to be anymore. It's just about money, media and money. That's it. An American. No offense to any Americans. Just the American side of it, if you know what I mean. It just seems. I was trying to watch IndyCar the other day, and I'll probably lose some subscribers for this, but this whole pit lane competition, who does the fastest pit stop? Why can't you just do that in the race? Because that's when it's more competitive, is it not? I'm not trying to create an argument. I'm just trying to, you know, maybe it's just the way Formula One has been for so long, that maybe I'm not open to new things. I don't. Just seems all a little bit of a too much of a show now than an actual, dare I say it, competition. I guess. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just becoming an old fart. I don't know. Yeah, I'm actually going, which is quite nice. About 40 days to go. So yeah, I'm there Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. First time ever, the whole weekend. So there I am saying I'm falling out of love with it. I don't know why we got a little black square in the middle of the screen. Playing up. Right, well that looks better anyway. That's sorted to a point. So, I just find it's not about the racing anymore. It's purely about how many viewers they can get, and yeah. Don't really want to say too much more. But Monaco's got to go. It's got to go. Has to go. All that track is about money. That's it. It's about the rich people showing off their boats and their boobs, and that's about it. That's pretty much what that race is all about. Nothing more. That is it. And for whoever qualifies on pole wins, if you have a reliability and keep it in out the walls. That literally is that race in a nutshell. There's nothing else to it. Drink, booze, women, money. That's it. There's nothing else to that race. Crap. Hate it. I always have. Never enjoyed it. I think in the old days it was a little bit different, if you know what I mean, because the cars were smaller and there was overtaking. But to put into perspective, to have a race and then the first bit of action was lap 18 when Magnussen overtook someone, great move, But it took 18 laps for someone to overtake someone, and then I don't think anyone overtook anyone until it started raining. So if you have to have a rain happen in your Grand Prix to make it exciting, I'm sorry, but it just, yeah, not interested. Yeah, probably. I think, to be honest with you, I won't be watching it by then. I won't be watching it, don't think. I don't know. We'll see. Make this at half something. Problem is, that's not going to be central. No. Then when you do that, I get the thrill behind it, but we got Baku now. Baku, you do 210 miles an hour and you can overtake, and it's much better racing. We don't need Monaco anymore. We really don't. And for anybody that says Baku's not any good and Monaco's better, well, I'm sorry, but I strongly disagree. Baku normally gives us 99% of the time an entertaining race. What's going on here? It was okay this year, but then Max and Perez just pulled away with it again, didn't they? So anyway, that's coming together. Got uprights. Yeah. Well, I just don't enjoy it. I'm just not. I don't know. Hopefully, Silverstone will revive my belief in the sport. I hope. But then, what I saw after the Grand Prix last year, where people were just ripping the track apart to take things to say they've been there. I mean, it's stuff like that riles me. Pick a bit of rubber up off the track. Yeah, that proves you've been there. You went to the Grand Prix. Great. There's no need to smash the track up. It's just disgusting. Right. That's enough woodwork. We don't need anything up here. We've got light bouncing off everything. We've got supports in. Got some these around here, actually. It's just, it's a different caliber of fan level now, and I don't mean to offend anybody, but it's always been, you know, and I don't mean to make it sound, you know, big toffee or anything like that. What I mean is it's always been like a gentleman's kind of sport, and I don't know what it, I don't know what it is anymore, to be honest with you, you know. You got the #1 driver in there at the minute, standing there saying, yeah, I may drive again, I may not, you know, I may have a future in Formula 1, and you sit there and you think, you ungrateful little shit. You're one of 20 people in the world that get the opportunity to do what you do, and you stand there in front of the world saying, yeah, well, you know, if it changes and I don't like it, I'll just go, it don't really bother me. Right, well, if that's your attitude, piss off now and let everybody else have a good time. I can't stand it. I can't stand Verstappen. And it's comments like that and attitudes like that that have unfortunately ruined the sport. The element of being one of 20 people privileged enough in this whole world to be able to do what they do, and what other people would give to do what they do, yet they stand there and bitch like that. Grow up, move on. Not interested. And then you have the following that it has now, and people agree with that, and you sit there and think, no, it's not what it's about. You should be savouring every single moment that you have to do with that sport, you know, not sitting there moaning. Jog on, get rid of 100 million so that they can spend it on something else. Get 2 good drivers in. 2 people that actually want to be there, you know. That's exactly what I mean, Dan. Why? The drivers don't dictate the sport. Formula 1 dictates the sport. The governing body, the committee. That's how it's always worked. Not a media company, not money. Well, money, yes, but what I mean by it is there's always been a governing body that selects the races, selects the track. I've watched the previews of the new F1 23 game, and that new Las Vegas track. Please tell me what's the point. 2 huge long straights, the cars are maxing out on speed. These 22 cars, when they pull out over on somebody, they slow down. So tell me where there's going to be really any excitement in it. I'm not trying to be negative about it. I watched the games, and by the time you got to the end of the straight, the person you've overtaken has already overtaken you again. So if that's happening in the game, that's going to happen in real life. So I don't see where that's exciting. And then to have a few chicanes and a couple of corners where you can't overtake, it don't make sense. But again, it goes back to the money. That's all it's about, is money and media. They're not interested in anything else. It's just making it as big a spectacle as possible, which I totally appreciate. I totally get. But it's just, you know, it's just not for me. Not for me much anymore, unfortunately. I don't like talking about it. I don't, you know, you can hear it in my voice probably. I just like to watch it, and that's it. All the other crap that goes with it, you can jog on. I'm just not interested. It's what happens on track. That's all I care about, to be honest with you. But anyway, I've had my opinion. I'm going to shut up now. Like Miami, again, another track. You sit there, there's a few overtakes, yeah, it was alright, but it's just, why have... how can you big up a sticker on some plyboard that you've built around some boats saying it's the sea? I mean, come on. Come on. I mean, am I missing something? I mean, if that's a spectacle to people... Spectacle to me is standing 5 foot away from a Formula 1 car going at 200 mile an hour past my face. That's the spectacle. That's the spectacle. A Formula 1 car going around a corner at 180 miles an hour pulling 5 Gs and the geezers pulling arm and leg to get around that corner. That's the spectacle. That is what the sport's about. Pushing human and machineries to its limits. That is what Formula 1's about. It's not about all what it is now. It frustrates the life out of me. So, anyway, I'm going to sharp moaning. It's just poo. It's even like the celebrations. There's podiums and everything. I don't even watch podiums, to be honest with you, anymore. I don't watch the interviews. I don't listen to anything. I may have a little listen to Lewis every now and then just to see what he has to say. But that's pretty much it. I don't listen to Brundle. I don't listen to Crofty anymore. That's Simon Lazenby on Sky. Danica Patrick, again, no offence to anybody in the US. Stick with IndyCar or NASCAR, love, because Formula 1's not your game. And it just... yeah. 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 I'm going to shut up now. Otherwise I'm going to keep going. And you'll all hate me. But we'll see. Because the thing is, what we don't know at this stage, if we just talk about what's going on track, yes, Red Bull are pulling away. They are probably holding back a little bit. I appreciate that. But we don't know what their reliability is going to be like. So who knows, next 2-3 races, that something doesn't start niggling, if you know what I mean. And then Max throws his toys out the pram and then quits at the end of the year. Who knows, you know? Who knows, it could completely turn around and become a completely different scenario, but I doubt it. You know, they were even saying that Perez has now lost the championship. Alright. Well, what, is there only one race to go? Is there only 2 races to go? And he's 100 points behind? No, he's not. He can still be in a chance. Verstappen only has to do what Verstappen does and somebody not be so submissive. And basically he's out of a Grand Prix. And if Perez wins, he's back in the game. So, you know, you just sit there and it's just the one-sidedness of people. Just, you know, have some faith. Have a bit more kind of look in all directions, not just down the centre where you think it's going to be and how boring it's going to be. Who knows? Who knows? You know, who knows that he doesn't get up against Lewis again at Sao Paulo and Lewis go, do you know what? I'm just going to stick my tyre in your side pod and you're not going to finish this race. Do a Verstappen on him. Do you know what I mean? Who knows? Who knows? Everybody else is sick and tired of him. So, yeah. Well, if you enjoy it, I'll keep going. But I was over happy yesterday. Just don't push me buttons about Formula 1. I hate it. I hate all the media and all the part of my language, but bullshit that comes along with it, you know? It's what happens on track that's what matters. That is the only interest I have in the sport. Nothing else. I don't care what Lewis looks like when he turns up. If he looks like a clown, he looks like a clown. I don't care. I don't care what car Charles Leclerc is driving. I have no interest in any of it. I've got no interest in... I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm just getting a frustration that I have off my chest at the moment. Not trying to be too dark about it. I'm just pointing out the blatantly obvious truth behind all of it. You know? It's like football. I used to love football, or soccer in America. Used to love it. And then back in the late 90s, there was a guy, a German guy called Jürgen Klinsmann, that come in to the sport with Tottenham, and basically he only had to touch a hair on his head and he fell on the floor. And that was the day I fell out of love with football, because that was the day that everybody started doing it. And it just become, oh, let's see how many free kicks we can get. And now, even now, today, you watch it and you're just like, it's just not football anymore, you know? But anyway, I'm not going off on that one. No, who knows, Dan? You know, who knows? They might be caught cheating and they get chucked out of the championship or 0 pointed. Who knows? Who knows? Ferrari ain't got a hope in hell this year. Simple as. I don't know if you watched their car at the Monaco Grand Prix. It was bouncing all... The back end was bouncing like a blooming trampoline. It was terrible. So they're going backwards, unfortunately. And my view was, and I kind of called this a few months ago, I said Lewis Hamilton to Ferrari and Charles Leclerc to Mercedes. I just kind of thought about it because Lewis has always said he wanted to do what Senna has never achieved, which is race for Ferrari, basically. That was what Senna's passion was. He never got to do it, unfortunately. So Lewis has always said from the very outset that he wants to achieve everything that Senna never did. So lo and behold, what's the last thing that Senna never did was race for Ferrari. And then you get all these rumours, and I was sat there, I was like, I wish I put a tenner on it. I wish I put a tenner on it. But anyway, it may or may not happen. Who knows? But again, it's stuff like that I just sit there and until it happens, until there's an official statement from somebody, again, it's just hearsay. So... But, yeah, there's actually one thing I needed to change on the ride, which was a trigger. Because for some reason, I've got lightning going off without it being connected to any speakers. So I think it's M4 display sequence, yeah, so... Grab a couple of those. Done. So now when that flickers, we'll have a nice, what do we call it for it? Lightning strike. Or noise, should I say. Sorry, I'm looking at your messages, guys. Yeah, but Dan, do you remember a gentleman called Michael Schumacher? You remember a gentleman called Michael Schumacher? I think you might change that little statement you just made me. Because I got a feeling that if Lewis did go to Ferrari, he would basically kick them all in the backside and get their asses in gear. Where at the minute you got two drivers that don't do that, unfortunately. Want to do that, but they don't. So, anyway, it is what it is, isn't it? It's a sport like all sports. There's agreements, there's disagreements. That's the whole point of sport. But I think if it did happen, I don't think it'd be a bad thing. You know, old Mickey versus cotton socks. I'm not going to go into a conversation about the state of affairs with Michael Schumacher because none of us know anything. Just send him best wishes. See what can happen to such a great man. I'll go back to my original statement. For a person that does not respect his place and position within the world of being so bloody privileged and throws his toys out the pram and acts the way he does and says what he says live on TV, he doesn't deserve that position, I'm afraid. But anyway, he may be God's gift in respect of a Formula 1 driver or driver in general, but at the end of the day, you have to remember, mate, that there's millions and billions of people in this world and you're one of 20. So grow the F up. You think you're bigger and better than everybody else? Go and start your own Formula 1 championship. That lightning works, doesn't it, guys? Do you know what makes me laugh about Max Verstappen? Was in the Le Mans 24-hour. I don't know how far they were into the race. I only saw the bit where he got up and threw a wobbly. But basically, you have this thing in iRacing called netcode. So you don't actually have to hit someone to hit someone. It's crazy. I can't believe it's the biggest racing platform in the world, and you unfortunately have that issue. But basically, it's like an invisible code around your car that sometimes can catch somebody else's car. So he's gone to go round somebody, I think, and the other guy has just moved his path because obviously he's trying to overtake him, but Max is on the outside, I think. And basically this guy is just going around the corner, and the next thing you see, Max is pushed off the track and basically got broken suspension or something. And basically he in really easy terms, he pulled up and threw his basically steering wheel across the room and quit the 24-hour race instead of getting the car fixed and working as a team. So if a person has that attitude about life, I've got no respect for them. Made me laugh, because I just thought that's how he is in Formula 1. And Formula 1 doesn't need people like that. Formula 1 needs people like Pierre Gasly, Charles Leclerc, Hamilton, dare I say it, George Russell. People that want to be there, people that cherish every single second that they sit their arse in that car, you know? Ocon. You know, I hate Vettel's passion for the sport. I mean, one person you cannot put a downer on is Alonso. You look at what he's achieved and how quick he still is. And look at Stroll, how bad Stroll is compared to him. It's insane. You've got to respect the bloke for doing what he's done. Yeah, well, I think that's going to be the conundrum for Aston Martin, unfortunately. I think that'll be their undoing. It will be Lance Stroll. Unless the car's good, he's no good. It's cut and dry, unfortunately. And he's one of the people that shouldn't be in the sport either. I mean, he has proven himself over the years, but the problem is, if you don't do well in the first 1-2 years of Formula 1, really, you shouldn't really stay in the sport. No matter what car you got, you should be consistent, you should be bettering your teammate all the time and everything like that. There shouldn't be this whole pay to drive situation. But again, another tangent. I'm going to shut up now because people that rewatch this won't want to rewatch this. Yeah, ask me a question, guys. I'll give my opinion. There you go. Anyway, that works nicely. I'm just going to grab a character and just walk down with them and just double check, guys. We don't have to do another POV. I just want to double check the trimming is alright. Nothing's flickering or anything. It's good, you got levels now as well, looking through the beams coming out. You got the roof covering up the sky. Yeah, I'm chuffed with that. Those palm trees work perfectly. I hope you like them, Phantom. I know you did last night, mate. So that is that. Dare I say it? Nearly done. We just need to put some purple downlight here, I think. Yeah. Do you know what? Actually, yes and no. More yes. Because the cars are going to top out speed-wise down the straight, which is going to be a pain. So when you do get DRS, like I was saying, you're going to overtake. But we'll see. I may be wrong. But I think it's going to make it a lot more appealing going down the straights, you know. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I actually like they got rid of it because when you sim race, like I do, that chicane is such a pain in the backside, literally. It's one of the worst chicanes in the world to try and get your car rotated to go round it. It's really hard to explain, but it's a pain in the backside. Where's it gone? I remember playing the old Formula 1 games from like 90, I can't remember when it was actually. When was it? 94, 95, I think? One of the original PlayStation Formula 1 games. And that corner was like that. It didn't have that chicane. So I grew up loving that track, and then they blooming changed it. You ain't got to worry about all that. You worry about that, you don't be a Formula 1 driver. Think about turn, I think it's turn 13 and 14 at Baku, where they're doing 180 mile an hour with less than the width of 3 lanes of a car. That scares the living bejesus out of me. Having a little bit of a gravel trap and then a barrier don't bother me at all. It won't bother them either. That's where you have to put these things into context, Dan. If you look at the tracks like Singapore, for instance, you know, after the first chicane, hairpin and right, that run down to that corner, you know, they reach speeds of 200, 210 miles an hour, and they're right next to a barrier. So I don't think they're going to worry about Spain. And to be fair, the cars are so robust now, you don't really have to think too much about that. But it's something I never think about because I don't fear it. You know, like when I go go-karting and stuff like that, it's something that I still have managed to keep. There's no fear when going around a track. You know, go-kart, you could quite easily spin off and break your neck, break your back, but you don't think about it when you do it. You just do it. It's a driver's thing. Exactly, Dan. Think Saudi. So Spain's nothing compared to Saudi. Cheers, Scarlett. It is looking good now. You know, the real cool thing is I guess one way I build is I kind of look at how Johnny's going to look at this. And he's going to come in, obviously, from either one way or the other. So either this way or the other way. Probably the other way. And he's going to see Pirate Getaway and he's going to see the coaster. So that's going to click. But for anybody that actually does come through here, and you see the coaster come over like that, and then you've got Pirate Adventure, you don't know if you're going to that or whatever else is in there. Do you know what I mean? It's quite cool. I doubt that, Dan. I think he was just a bit hot-headed. I doubt they get asked to ram the cars into the barriers to see how robust they are. They would have all been designed before they even put a piece together on the car, mate. Stress tests, all sorts would have been done. The FIA actually state how much stress tests they have to do, so there's a lot more behind the scenes, maybe, mate, that you don't know about. I know this sounds really nerdy, but I would actually love to get a copy of the FIA directive and read it. just to then kind of like make up my own commentary as I watch it instead of listening to the idiots on Sky. And Jensen Button, I mean, come on, get him off my TV. Just become a bit of a wet lettuce, if you ask me. Right, this is looking all good. This is pretty much all done in here. I don't know if I can really do anything else. Probably just put a couple of things there to make them look a little bit more planted. But out here is pretty cool. It's dark. Coaster comes in, lights up. Not meant to really see anything down here. unless you're on the coaster, you know what I mean. Then it's toilets. And you kind of come into here. So I just got to kind of darken that thing. Let's do that. That'll just detract that from the eye line. Blend in with the stars a bit more. We'll do that around here as well. The rock blends. So easy, guys, when you know. But yeah, there we go. So that now, I'll pretty much say in here, P1 Best Tweak Series, no doubt. Like I say, I don't watch anything apart from the racing. I watch that Conor Moore every now and then for a laugh, because it cheers me up, especially when he takes piss out of Max. And Lewis, to be honest. But yeah. No, I think, to be honest, I should set my own up, because I have such big opinions of it all. They probably could actually add to my Twitch, you know what I mean? But then it's stuff like that, you kind of want someone that's on the same kind of wavelength of you as you know what I mean? Where's the round light? There it is. No, like I say, Dan, I know what you're getting at, but I genuinely like to watch the racing for the racing. I am that passionate about it, but it's everything else. I'm just, yeah. I wonder what to put in here, guys. So it just have to be the usual. Come on. That's on the side. Come on. Can't be 40 minutes. That's too... I'll do, I think, in here. I think that's... I'm happy with the music. You got the jungle noise with the crickets and everything going. And it looks badass. And honestly, I love how it comes through here. It just looks awesome. Tell you what we'll do, guys. Hey, Steffi, welcome to the channel. Cheers for making a comment. Thank you. You like the video? Pop the like as well. It'd be appreciated. So what we'll do, guys, we'll just empty the queue, and then I'll open it back up, and I'll grab the first person that comes into the queue, and we'll do a quick POV of everything, just to make sure... What's going on with these guys? Just to make sure it's all good, and everything's working right. And then I think, apart from the other side of this wall here, I just need to sort out the top. We are pretty much done in here, I think. So yeah, let's do this then. Are they all out the entrance? There are. Nearly. Right, okay, so do is turn it down. Where did they come from? They're cutting are they cutting through? How did... Okay. Open it up. So, who's going to be first? These guys. Okay, guys. I hope you enjoy. So, just to say, if you do see anything that you think could be done better or could be added, you know, we've done that in the park, as everybody knows. But it's also just check the levels, as in the music and everything, make sure everything coincides with each other and everything works. So I hope you enjoy, guys. Was that Stevie or Steffi? Steph, cool. Just wanted to double check I ain't got it wrong. Thank you. So there you go, guys. My little version of the Pirates of the Caribbean. Hope you enjoyed it. Done in the Planko fashion, you know. I actually don't think there is a single piece, apart from plaster, theme maker toolkit in there, which is quite nice to know. So good. Just looks so good. What are they doing? Anyway, so that's Pirate Adventure for you guys. And then the Pirate Coaster goes pretty much through the ride. So we'll leave it at night time. Oh, look at that. Perfect timing. So got to do a little bit more work in this first section. Half of it's lit up, I think, at night time, so it shouldn't be too bad a ride. You get some great views from it, and it also goes into the treasure room of the last ride we were just in. So kind of kill two birds with one stone. You know what I mean? You do get a view of this if you're sat on the back of it going up. I could have timed it a little bit better. It does eventually come through, but I think you only get a view of it from the back row, yeah. yeah, there you go. Cheers, Scarlet. Yeah, let's go from both angles. And then what we'll do, we'll just grab someone getting off it. Come on. Him. Craig David Shamo. If you know it, guys. Going back a bit. So yeah, you don't actually really see much over there, so I haven't really got to do much over here by the looks of it at night time. So we just got to make sure the daytime looks right. You need to relieve. It's there. Yeah, looks good. You kind of blend from the castle into the pirate area again. Well, they love it, so that must mean something. It just looks so alive, you know? People moving everywhere. Noise of the ride. Train that comes through as well. Just looks awesome. Well, that's that kind of ticked off, I think, guys. There's a couple of bits. Where am I? A couple of bits I noticed. And there is a scene, actually, I need to add quite a bit to, which we'll do in just a moment. I just noticed this bit didn't have a bit of wood on. Excuse me. And as you saw me zoom in, seeing this little bit just here, which is that single piece of roof. So, bring that forwards. I'm hoping I'll get rid of that. That's that done. All trimmed up. Buildings look good. I don't know that coaster. Sounds insane. Right, okay, yeah, so there was a bit that I thought it felt a little bit bare, which, if you think about it, when you come through here, there's absolutely no foliage this side, and it just looks a little bit, I don't know, I've got no cannons up there and stuff, you know? Same along the bottom here, so I think what we're going to do, get that done, and then that's this ride pretty much finished, guys. I wanted to put something in there because it just looks a little bit bare as you kind of come around the corner, you know. is going on? That's a lot better, doesn't it? It's got again more levels, light bouncing off stuff and everything. And then you're hitting the lightning at the ship, as you saw. Then you get the second explosion here. I'm actually really not happy about where it's exploding from. No worries, Dan. Catch you soon. Hey, Colin. Pleasure, dude. Absolutely pleasure. I hope you enjoy the game, mate. It's a good bit of kit when you get into it and you understand the quirks. But yeah. This is my latest build and welcome. See you later, Dan. Give you a quick look-see in just a minute, my dude. Just trying to give this just something, you know, because it just looks a bit, I don't know, too clean. You know what I mean? Sip of juice. Sorts that out. It just adds something. It kind of covers up from the height that you're going to be seeing it. It kind of covers up the water, which is good, but you still get the splashes. So we'll do a quick POV, guys, just to double check all is good. Welcome to the channel, Colin. Cheers for the message, mate. Much appreciated. I'm glad you're enjoying it. There's still a hell of a lot of people watching that review. It's amazing and kind of overwhelming at the same time. But I'm just glad you all enjoyed it. Hopefully the same will happen with this one. Alright, well that bit works. That's a lot better now. You got a lot more levels, lights working, that berm works perfectly. So we're all good. Now that that's got foliage in here, it works much better. Lots more detail. Yeah, we're all good. We'll just put a few cannonballs there. Confused because I got a ton of speakers just here. Now playing it, you hardly hear it. Strange.
Cheers, Colin. It's one thing just to say about the park. It's not a recreation, just to let you know. It's inspired by Florida, the Magic Kingdom. So we'll just do a quick look around. Won't go into everything, but we'll just do a quick look around. All I started with 12 months ago was this car park and this kind of entrance here. I was going for a Harry Potter-esque, alpine-y kind of look. And then I started with a different main street and I decided to build a castle. And the silhouette is very similar to the one in Florida. But it's nothing like it, if you know what I mean. I've just made it look familiar. And again, with the turrets just outside here. But I went for a lake instead of a big walk-through. I think the lake works. I don't know if I should do a walk-through. I don't know. You have to let me know your thoughts, guys. It is something I have contemplated. Still having a little bit of a lake, you know, here. But then having a round bit in the middle and having a walk through there and up to there. I don't know. And then have these as greenery areas, you know, all stuff. But it's that to me then says I'm doing it exactly the same as the real thing, and that's not what the park's about. So we then have Tomorrowland, which is Futureland. Very reminiscent of the real thing. We've got the people mover going around. We've got the astro orbiters in the middle. I put an astro blasters here. Put a gravity ride here. Kind of crazy Stitch kind of thing, but it feels like the film Gravity. And then as you come around, you got the peep mover instead of people mover, because when I put people in there, it looked weird. Just didn't look right for some reason. The way the letters are, it just didn't work. But all fully themed, more than anything, to the night time. But you come in and it's all decorated, literally everything. To the best of what I can do it. I mean, obviously you can do more, you can always do more, but I want people to enjoy the park. So you get some great views from the people mover. It feels very reminiscent of the real thing. And that also is, yeah, I'm thinking of keeping the lake. But then that also goes through Space Mountain, just like in real life. So, but it's a bit different because it looks down instead of looks through. The reason being is I had to terrain up the top here to get rid of the moonlight, basically. So it's a cool little kind of ride. You just walk down the ramps and then you're in the station. So yeah, then we come out of here and we go to, where are we? The go-karts, which again is reminiscent of real life, but it's not a recreation, it's just done similar. You know, none of the rock work or anything's the same. You haven't got the big car park for the cars and you haven't got the grandstand and stuff, but you do have the big banking, just like in real life. And this view here is pretty cool with the castle changing colour and everything, and people mover when it's working. I have got a gift shop here that is in the same position, but the building in real life is kind of like a half hexagon. But I've just done it this way. Sunny Eclipse's Starlight Cafe, this is all usable. So this paving up here, they do go up there, they do sit down. They go in, they sit down, they watch Sunny Eclipse play his music. Then you got shops and everything. And then there's a really cool view here, which I love, which is just here. You kind of get to see the castle as you munch down on your burger, like I have done for many a time over the years. Speedway looks really cool. This pretty much is a one-in-one recreation within the Planko aspect. So if you were to do a Google Street View, you'd see it. Then you have the teacups, which is very reminiscent. A meet and greet for a character princess. A few shops here, that's the same. This facade all the way down here is very similar to the real thing, but I just put Swift Drifters in. And then this building is pretty much identical to the real one. This one's similar. And then as you come into Fantasyland, it all looks very similar, but it's not. It's very different. But it has that vibe, which is really good. And then we have the swinging mine train. No name as of yet, but we've got all entranced up, all done around the front here. but still got quite a bit of work to do on this. And I've done a lovely waterfall, which looks great here. It's quite a picturesque view there. That's kind of how the ride's going to look. I've got to put some flowers in there, but apart from that, that's about it. And then where you'd have Goofy's Barnstormer, I've just put a little kiddie coaster in and completely over-themed it. But just, yeah, just looks cool. I love it. Really good. And then I had a blank area up the back here pretty much up until about 2-3 months ago, I think. And basically I went for a dueling aspect coasters. You've got an invert and you've got a flying B&M. And they duel, and I put a couple of Theme Maker Toolkit dragons in. And then as they go through the main dueling aspects, they light up at the front, just like Diagon Alley, basically, in Universal. But yeah, no, detail is what this part's about. It's coming along well. And then you've got Big Thunder, you've got the Haunted Mansion up the back here, which is a completely indoor dark ride. So there's quite a few firsts in this part for me. First Rapids, first Armada, first completely themed dark ride. 3 of them actually, which is cool. So yeah. And then you got the Adventureland, which basically consists of the Jungle River Rapids instead of the Jungle Cruise. So, yeah. But it's just themed the Planet Coaster way within a more realism aspect. But at the same time, this building here, I say nothing's a recreation, but this particular entrance area here from the side of this tower to the end of this awning is pretty much near identical to the one in Florida. So yeah, that's pretty much a quick tour for you instead of half hour like always. But yeah, there you go. And then we got the Pirate Coaster. The only reason why this coaster is here is because I didn't really have anything over this side of the park. I just had 2 big water rides. And then obviously you got Thunder, but then I got a load of coasters over here. So I thought, well, better put something in, and kind of coincided it with a little bit of theming of the Armada. So yeah, it's getting there now. I love this little area. I think this is just so cool. You just got coaster cars going everywhere every 15 seconds, I think it is. They just pop out all over the place, go in and out of the building. And my main objective with this particular build just here was to do it so that there wasn't a single piece of clipping. So yeah, I have moved that out now and I've adjusted these to coincide with that. It just looks so cool. There is one thing I actually need to do, because these blades are a little bit close. Just need to move these 2. That's that done. It's funny how you remind yourself things. Oh yeah, I've got to put doors on. Epic view I love is this alleyway. Daytime it looks okay, but when I flick it to nighttime it looks absolutely awesome. I love it. When the coaster goes through the different colours over the top, through the building, back and forth, you don't know where they're coming or going, it's just great. And then they're all up the top as well. And then it goes through the diner. It just looks so cool. It's constant, which is really good. But yeah, I forgot up this alleyway, the exit, got to do the doors. By the looks of it, a couple of barriers. Sorts that. So, what doors are we going to use, guys? Stage kind of area. Yes, we kind of want to use the firehouse doors, but we want the firehouse doors large. Where's this rear small? Rear small. What? She's never said. You know what I'm thinking is if we have it there. So what? There we go. So Scarlett, did you watch the last episode of Ted? The last ever episode of Ted. We did. Made us cry. Oh, I'm gonna miss that program. Gonna miss it. I'll just bang an exit sign on there. There. So, oh, that's pretty real, doesn't it? That's alright. Don't look too bad. It's all cohesive, I guess. Billboard at the top just adds another little bit of detail. Don't think I've lit it up. Maybe I did. Nope. Oh, not good. It was quite warm for us today, to be honest with you. I went out a couple of times down the shop. Yeah, I was wearing a jumper and tracksuit bottoms and come back a little bit hot. So yeah, I wouldn't say it's uncomfortable, but it was just like, oh, didn't realise that was the temperature kind of thing, you know? I need a little bit of ambient here. I don't know. I think that looks alright. I don't think that looks. We'll. Just thinking, is it worth putting another street lamp in? It kinda works. Yes. Now. It's this one. You see how that now makes that look more natural? See what I'm saying? Same colour, just slightly darker, and it just gives a totally different vibe. It now look like we've got a little bit of smog down there, you know? I mean, look at that. It looks awesome. Just that one light up there and one light there. Okay, the light bulb's a little bit of a different colour, but it just works. Might just amend that slightly. Just to try and get a bit more light. Yeah, look at that. That's so cool. Sorted. Getting there, guys. We are definitely getting there. I've started in here, but I haven't really done much. I've got to figure out how I'm going to cover all this up, basically. I know it sounds silly. I just, it doesn't look nice. I don't like it, if you know what I mean. The fact that you've got the doors poking through as well. I've got to figure all this out. It's like these bits, just it's all untidy. So that's the only bit that's negging me out on that one. But we've made some way in here, just put some lights in and stuff. You probably saw it in yesterday's stream. But yeah, no, that I'm happy now because we're actually getting somewhere. So this now, this area, including the train, is pretty much done now. Yeah, I'm well chuffed with how that looks. Train at the top. Goes through here as well. And then what I've done with this passage is I've just taken out a few of these diagonal beams just to break up the repetitiveness of it. So that's lifted that a little bit, which is good. This is all done. Into here. That's all sorted, I think. I've done all this. Yeah, just need to get some shrubs around there, and then that's that completely done. So yeah, we are in the home stretch, guys. We're not far away now. I'll probably say another couple of weeks. If we carry on how we are on my day off, and I should have done more today, to be honest with you. I was just feeling a bit lethargic. Yeah, it's getting there now. It's just those little tweaks, just like that little alley there. Now that's finished. You know, it just works. Don't know what else to show you, really. Last week we did all this, or the week before, all at the back here. Sorted out the roof to this, added some roofs in here to the lift hills. But I love how that goes on to the island and round. It's so cool. And again, this monstrosity, I've still got to finish that off, and I've got to finish this off. And then, to be honest with you, once those 4 bits are done, and the pirate coaster, 4 or 5 bits, we're literally on the home stretch then. Yeah. But yeah, guys, there you go. Where were we? We were here, weren't we? So this now is pretty much. I love these dirt decals. I mean, look at that. How that makes that look. It's just awesome. And if I was really anal, I'd have them again down the bottom here. I don't know. Let's have a look. It's just another like 4 to 6 pieces. Then does it look a little bit... it's fine with that one. But it's just having like, you know, the newspaper there dropped off and bits and bobs. This bin's actually usable, which I didn't know about. They actually put rubbish in that bin. So I thought, well, why not just put a little sack in there, make it look like it's used, you know? A few newspapers lying around. It's just little bits like that. It just transforms it. It really, really does. I mean, I think this part looks better at night time. I really do. The way that coaster's in the backdrop, it just looks awesome. So yeah, guys, I've got to get up early for work tomorrow, so I'm pretty much going to be alive for about another half an hour. Is there anything anybody would like to have a go on or see or anything like that, guys? Because I don't really want to get into building something that I need to put a few hours into, if you know what I mean. It's kind of why I've been finishing off bits, just to kind of tie it all together, really. Dark here, isn't it? That's fine. Go for a ride on the rapids, guys. So yeah, if you guys want to have a ride on anything, even if it's just like the train, just to see what the views are like from the train, I don't mind. I'm pretty much going to finish up the stream there, guys, in a few minutes, just because I've got to get stuff done, ready for work. So yeah, got to start going to bed earlier. This looks so good. It's a shame that the top spin has that pure white light on it. I don't think I can change it. I'll have a look. I don't think I can. But it does add something different to this, if you know what I mean. You kind of look at it as like a searchlight or something like that, I guess. Uh-oh. Or would anyone like me to load up Thunderland and have a nice little quick ride on anything out of there? Don't mind. What's that? Load up Thunderland, Scarlet. I'll go and get my shirts out of the washing machine, so let me just sort that out once the autosave passes. And I will have to load it up. It may have to download just a couple of items because I emptied the Theme Maker Toolkit the other day. I just need to save this. Takes a while. My apologies, guys. Thanks for joining the stream. Whenever I close the stream down, I always get more viewers. It's really strange. Never understand it. Okay, so that's first up. Why she speeds up saving is pausing the game, believe it or not. 8 viewers, welcome guys. Say hello. We're just going to take a little trip into Thunderland. So I'm just saving this. So apologies for the 3 saves, but that's something I do. Had too many fail saves not to do it. Nearly there, guys. And then give it 10 seconds before you do anything. Otherwise the game goes pop. Right, we'll just take a couple of minutes, guys. Let's go get me stuff out of the washing machine. 2 moments. So guys, anyone just joining the stream, we are loading up Thunderland just to go for a little walk around and a couple of rides at your request. So if you got any more than the Space Coaster, just say, guys. No worries, Colin. Catch you soon, dude. Thanks for joining the channel. Thanks for commenting. It's much appreciated. And if you enjoyed the video, please do smash that like. It's appreciated, bud. Okie dokie. That's pretty cool. It's running well. Right. Okay. Pause. Running extremely well. 3. I just... it don't feel like I built it. It's weird. It's really, really strange. You know it like the back of your hand, but it just doesn't... It feels so surreal how well it's been received. And I know that sounds absolutely the strangest thing, but it's playing so well. Look at that. I love it. Right, which, day or night? I think it's more of a night ride than an actual day ride. But it does look good in the day. What do you want to do, guys? Day or night ride? People have said it. I mean, quite a few of the coasters would need to be redesigned, but Phantom wants day. All right, mate. Day ride after. I'll do a day. Do a day as well, mate. It's only 10 to 10 here in the UK. It's just I just kind of want to settle down. I have to get up at 6 in the morning, walk the dog. Get showered, shaved, ready, suited, booted, you know. Well, guys, the only thing I can say is if you can afford an amazing graphics card, buy one because they're freaking awesome. No worries, dude. Have a safe drive home. I think out of all the coasters, this is probably the most realistic one, if you know what I mean. Just flows so nice. It's just that bit, the exit of that first corkscrew, and to be honest, this is a little bit janky. Don't know why there was no music on. Strange. Park's bugging out. See if we can get. I might have a look into a breeze shade, guys. Let's see if I can actually. Excuse me. Get it to work. See you later, dude. Have a safe drive home, mate. I mean, you'd want a bit more head clearance here. And especially when you go through the mouse ride. Pretty close there, to be honest. But, yeah. You want a little bit more space. Just a little. At least we got music this time. Yeah, just around here. It's all a little bit close. So yeah, you would want that a little bit wider in real life. I just think I nailed the sensation of like if you were actually flying around as a witch. You know what I mean? It goes slow, it swoops down, swoops up. You know, it's kind of the vibe I was going for. It worked. I'm just glad you've all loved it. I really am. You know, it was 18 months of hard work. Competitions in the meantime all the way through it as well, you know. A heartache of losing that pirate ride at the beginning, which then turned into a great decision by putting in Pirates Cove. So, yeah, you know, what goes around comes around. The soundtrack makes it as well, and it works really well. I love this bit though, especially at night time. It's great. That's the thing that I've noticed that a lot of people have got from that review, and Johnny thanked me for it the other day. Said it was all me, but the enthusiasm, the happiness, the whole, I don't know, he was the old Johnny we all enjoyed. And the fact that there wasn't even any constructive criticism, you know what I mean? Everything, he just enjoyed the whole of the park. And I think that's kind of what what people have enjoyed about the video, along with it being a decent park. So you can only do this one at night time. But you know, it's like this one. Lady of the manor passed away, her spirit's still around, floating around the manor, and the coaster kind of feels like that. And again, the thing that nails this coaster is the soundtrack, providing it works. Is it working? Yes. And the fact that you get the interaction with this most of the time. Don't know where it is. Where is it? It's not there. Oh well. That bit with the music, when the door opens, it's like, wow, it's brilliant. Guess we always got to do the mine train. Where's the supports gone? Or have I never had? No, I had supports. I had supports all the way. No, I didn't. Hold on a minute. Did I not do that bit? How very rude of me. Nah, I'm sure I did that. I'm sure I did. I've done the other side. Interesting. I would not... It was a long time ago, guys, but I'm pretty sure I had done that. So maybe I've got an older version here. How's the eye on... Yeah, no, this is the latest version. That's strange. Oh well. I'll tell you what I like going on. I like going on these. I know it's silly, but you just get a totally different view of the park. It's great. Right, okay, so we'll go for a ride on this. Hit him, Mickey. No worries, Scarlett. I'm pretty much going to close up anyway. Just want to do one little look-see from here. I just can't believe how beautiful the park looks with this new graphics card. It's insane. I hope that's coming through for you guys. Look at how crystal clear it all is. No worries, have a great day, evening. Probably catch, see how I feel tomorrow night. If not, probably more likely the weekend, guys. But, yeah. One thing I've never done on this, actually, is fully opened it since I fully built it. So let's just quickly do that. Open. Everything is open. Let's quickly fill it up. See how it looks with about 13,000 peeps in, I reckon. So much more detail. Hey Josh, I hope you enjoy, mate. I'd love to be going. I'm back at work, so I'm skint after the failure of the AMD graphics card. Bastards. Pardon language. No, I hope you enjoy it, dude. I'd love to get back on Swarm, especially with a little bit of heat. I think last time, one of the last times we actually went to Thorpe Park, it was 26 degrees. No. But I don't know, I think it was about 32 actually. It was very, very hot. It was lovely. And we left Tidal Wave till the end. Just perfect. Finish the day off. We actually paid for an express pass. I think we paid about £6 each to get on it just to cool off. It was a beautiful day though. I think I did a vlog on it. It's in my playlists. We haven't been since that year actually to any theme parks, so hopefully soon, once things start to stabilise again. Get back out there and start enjoying things again. Start building inspiration for other builds, I guess. It's interesting because when I did the lighting for this, I'm sure this was all kind of lit up, so it just shows the difference in the graphics cards and how that they do things. Because I'm sure I had more of this lit up. But I don't know. Well, that's 1,300 so far, guys. The thing that I really enjoy about this ski lift, chair ride, whatever you want to call it, they actually do get off because it's the back of the park. They don't continually stay on. You know what I mean? It's quite nice. I never know why it stops. Never fathomed that one out. They tend to stay on the boat ride though, which is a bit weird. They don't get off it. So there's always queues for it, which is a bit odd. So yeah, I wonder what we'll get to. Have you been Thorpe Park before then, Josh? Joash, sorry. Colossus, not a coaster I hugely enjoy. I did when I was little, but I'm about 6 foot, and for a 6 foot person sitting in those seats, it kind of feels as though you're not sitting in them. If you know what I mean? It's really weird. Last time I went on it, I felt as though I was going to fall out, which was a bit weird. But now, excuse me, now it's been refurbed. Obviously, it should be a bit better for you all. You'd like to think. It's not actually a coaster I enjoy. Those rollovers at the end, they're too slow, if you know what I mean. You feel as though you need to be going through them quicker. But, I don't know. Maybe I just don't like that kind of hang time, weightlessness sensation at that speed. Prefer it quicker, if you know what I mean. Well, I can't wait to get on Saw and sit on the right-hand edge seat at the back, because I black out when I go through the first corkscrew. Pretty cool. About 3 seconds, you go grey. It's brilliant. Well, your vision does anyway. You don't actually black out, your vision just goes. It's proper forceful. Really nice, but it's a nice force, you know? It's not like it's like Saw where it breaks your neck. It's awesome. I love that spot. I'm pretty sure it's right side. Or is it left? No, it's right side. Because it pulls you from under and whips you round. All the blood goes to your head. Yeah, it feels awesome. Saw's the worst ride in the country. Smiler was until they replaced the wheels. When they have new wheels on Smiler, Smiler's actually alright. But Saw, terrible. Terrible ride. I just don't understand whoever designed that ride, why you'd put so much force that your neck, you literally feel like you've been in a car accident when you get off that. It's that forceful, it just pulls your neck down. It's horrible. As a concept, as a ride, brilliant. You know, the whole Saw thing, when it starts at the beginning, you have that little vertical drop inside into a rollover, it just works so well. But the rest of it, ugh, it's terrible. Terrible ride. So we're at 5,000 now, guys. So once we get this full, I'm pretty much going to close up the stream, guys, just to let you know, alright? So probably another 5-10 minutes or so. But looking good. Stealth, love it. To be fair though, the last time I went on it, it's just a bit rattly now, if you know what I mean. It's kind of showing its age, I guess. But maybe that was me. I don't know. But that was 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. So, but yeah, stealth I love. It's the same with Rita at Alton Towers. You know, I used to love that. But same kind of thing as stealth. It just feels a bit worn out, if you know what I mean. Rattly, bangy, kind of, you know, when a coaster gets old. A bit like Nemesis on the back row before they've done the retrack. It did feel quite a bit intense. But no, best ride in the country personally is Nemesis front row on the left-hand seat. Front row, left seat. You just graze past everything. It's brilliant. You see everything. You see everything coming at you. It's just, I love that sensation. I just think that's the best coaster in the country. It still is, you know. How many years old is it now? 10, 20, 30 years old next year. Is it 30? 24? I think it is. It was 94 it opened, wasn't it? So it'll be 30 years old next year. I love it. But in saying that, I love Montu at Busch Gardens as well. I think that is one of the most insane inverts ever. You'll love Wicker Man. Wicker Man's awesome. I do advise on Wicker Man, back row. Back row or front row. Literally, there's no in between. Two totally different rides. Front row is awesome, and rear row just gives you a couple of extra seconds airtime, but it pulls you into the hills, if you know what I mean. It's that type of coaster where at the front you kind of dig in, and sometimes you feel as though you're being pushed by the rest of the train, but it's a totally different sensation on the back. You kind of get whipped over the hills, so you get that little bit extra airtime. But yeah, Wicker Man's awesome. Just wish it was twice as long. You know what I mean? Smiler, be prepared. Make sure you take some ibuprofen. Galactica, it's a smooth flying coaster. It's just a nice experience. When I first went on it when I was much younger, the lying on your back sensation is quite unique, but you'll enjoy it. Runaway Mine Train. It's a Runaway Mine Train. It's just one of those electric powered ones, but it does the job. It's not the best. It's a bit rickety now. Kind of, if you're sitting with a big person, you kind of get squashed. Just trying to think what else is there. 13. One of my favourite coasters at Alton Towers. I absolutely love that coaster. The airtime you get on that coaster at the back is insane. Mind you, you get airtime pretty much throughout it. Even on the front row, you get airtime. It's awesome. I just wish they didn't do the brake on the first drop. I just wish they'd let it go. Where are we now? We are at 7,600. Crikey, this is taking ages. It looks like most of the rides are full. Mine Train is. Flat rides are becoming full because they're realising they can't get on anything else. That's the thing I never do, is huge queues. I need to start doing that a little bit more. I've done more in Funland Magic Kingdom. But I never tend to do huge queues purely because I'm trying to save space, save piece count, save the game, if you know what I mean. Got a feeling Johnny's probably going to struggle with the new park, so I'm going to have to do some cheat engine recording, POVs, etc. Get him to use those, I guess. But like Galsin said last night, you know, you can do the POVs exactly how you want them then, you know what I mean? So I'll just have to figure out how to use Reshade. Get it working, should I say. I know how to download it and everything. The settings I haven't got a clue about. The problem is I just cannot get any fog on the screen or change in any texture or anything like that. It's really, really, really strange. Don't know why. How is that not full? Where are we? 8,000, 9,000 now, guys. So we're nearly there, I think. Still pouring in. No one's seen that sign either. Thank you, we had a great day at Adventure Valley. I look forward to seeing you again soon. It does feel very dark. I don't know why. Starting to get a bit laggy now, guys. Down to 13 FPS, so it just shows how much the AI makes such a difference. We were getting nearly 30 frames a second without anybody in the park. Such a shame. Such a shame. But to be honest with you, that's far too many people anyway, because everything's full, pretty much. I think even the flat rides now are filling up. Yeah. Crocky, look at him down here. Right then, we're at 9.6. Let's just finish it off, try and ram it. Blockage. I don't know why they just don't go down there. Nearly 11,000, guys. Blimey, that's 12, nearly 12,000 now. Still coming. Not good. That's awesome though, with so many people in. Probably too many, to be honest with you. Probably need about 4, maybe 5,000. Oh god, how many are coming in? Oh, endless. $13,000 now. Crikey, that must be stopping now. They're still pouring in. Blimey. Oh well. I'll break the game in a minute. If they keep coming in. This is unbelievable. It's got to be it. Oh my god. Coming up to 14,000 now. Pretty much every ride is full. Even these flats. Insane. Wonder if the barrel roll. That's half full. 14,000. And they're still coming in. Blimey. that's about it now. 14,500 people. Wow. That is insane. And it's not the best frames. It looks good. Ooh. It's busy, guys. I knew that would happen. They never go this. Oh no, they are going to. Okay. Interesting. So they do go that way. Oh well, max out park, 14,500 guests. It's pretty busy. And we're not doing too bad. I mean, we're at 11 frames a second. It's not coaster rideable, but it's dealing with it. Maybe if I had a slightly faster CPU, it'd make about 3 frames a second difference, but that's about it. But yeah, it's busy down here. Look at this. Nice thing is the Giga Coaster just eats people. It really, really does. Oh, look at this. Wow. Yeah, I reckon about 10,000 people less. Very quiet in here. That's interesting. They just can't get through, that's the problem. It's heaving. Typical day at Disney. Right then, guys. I think what I'm going to do is just close it all up. And we'll just pause it, close everything, and we'll do an emergency evacuation on full speed for you, alright? And then I'm pretty much going to close the stream down from there, guys. So my many thanks for all the guys that have stayed and watched. It's appreciated. I know I've just messed about the last half an hour, so my apologies. But the Funderland Magic Kingdom is definitely 100% on its way to being finished very, very soon. So yeah, hopefully we're all good to go in the future. Just got to have the energy when I get in the evenings to do it, guys. So yeah, and there we go. Oh, close all this as well. So to anyone watching back, thank you very much to all the new subscribers that have joined the channel recently. It's very, very much appreciated. Your likes and your times, if you genuinely like the videos, do please pop a like in there for us. It is appreciated. It helps the channel quite a bit. Yeah, no, I hope you enjoyed the earlier builds. The pirate area now in Funderland is really coming along quite well. So that's nearly finished. It's just polishing it off with little bits, really. Trying to sort out some of the audio on the ride. It doesn't sound quite right, so I've just got to figure that out. Pirate Coaster just needs some more foliage, rock work, etc. Palm trees. Tomorrowland is pretty much done. I just got to do a little bit more theming to the Astro Blasters and potentially some theming to Space Mounting, but it depends on where we are performance-wise, to be honest, once we get everything else done. The go-karts are all done, that area is done. So Swinging Mine Train, the Dueling Dragons coaster, Big Thunder, and a little bit of the city area. I've got to kind of figure out how I'm going to do all that. So, yeah, we will get there. It's just going to take a little bit longer now, purely because of the time that I have available. So, yeah. But, Josh, if you're still there, buddy, I hope you have a great time at Thorpe Park and also in Alton Towers in 3 weeks' time if we don't see yourself again. But, yeah, no, guys, thanks for joining the stream. It is genuinely, genuinely appreciated. And if you have enjoyed watching it back or watching it live, please do smash that like. It's appreciated. And if you are a subscriber, smash that notification icon, because every time I go live, you'll get a little notification just to let you know. You can catch up with the park whenever you like, obviously. But always nice to catch up with you all whilst we're building, having a laugh and a chat. Yesterday's stream was all happy and laughy, etc. Today's stream was all a bit poignant towards the old Formula 1, etc. But that's how I look at the sport, just being honest, you know. But this looks quite quite interesting. But yeah, guys, I'm pretty much going to leave the stream there now. So thanks for joining. Whoever's there, I hope you have a great evening, morning, afternoon, sleep, wherever you are in the world. And guys, as always, happy coastering all. Speak to you soon. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.